Power Plant nightclub. This club for me has a big significance because it's where I got the inspiration to do my record Bang the Box. This was Frankie Knuckles' club, and as I tell the story in the book, I wasn't really even sure what house music was at the time. I was more into what we were doing with Sunset Records. We were playing a lot of the stuff out of New York, Latin stuff, and house was kind of just the first kind of words I was hearing amongst the DJs were this new house music thing. So I want to know what it was all about, of course. And Mario Smoking Diaz brought me and Miguel down one night to check it out after AKA's closed. So it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're heading down here to check it out. It was an after-hours club, so it was open till this place would be going till 10 a.m. On a Sunday, you drive by here and see everyone coming out all feeling good and housed up, and ready to go. So yeah, this is where it was, and I used to come here quite often after my first visit to hear Frankie Knuckles play, because it just the whole scene was just so amazing in here, and house music was just starting, and I remember like hearing Time to Jack for the first time, coming out of these windows as we're trying to find a parking space. And like I say, got the inspiration for Bang the Box here one night. I just heard Frankie playing, and he was doing this thing where he'd just drop out all the bass in the system, and their system was so big that you kind of got used to the way that sounded, and the crowd would say, Frankie, bang the box, and I'm like, wow, what are they talking about? And then all of a sudden Frankie would just grab the bass and just go, and people would just lose their minds. I mean, I've never seen anything like that.
Including myself. I was dancing out there.
I'm over here looking at Frankie, and Frankie's got like reel-to-reels going, and his 909, and his records going. He's dropping all this old, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow, what is this happening here? Because I don't get it, So he did the thing with the bass, and they were screaming to him, Frankie, bang the box, and that just kind of stuck in my mind. And went home that night and fired up the 808 and wrote Bang the Box. And my whole kind of concept was dropping the bass out of the song. So there's breaks in the song where it just drops down, and I'll say bang, bang, bang the box, and drop that kick back in, and it was over with. People just love that record. So that's kind of where the inspiration came from. This place right here, Power Plant.
Bang the box.
Let's do it.
We are at AKA, the world famous AKA nightclub.
Close your eyes, let me release your fantasy.
AKA Dance Club. This was the spot where it all went down. We had our offices for the label here. Me and Mario obviously DJ'd here. Mike DJ'd here a bunch as well. It was just the happening Chicago nightclub at the time. We're talking 1987 through 1990. We were here. And like I said, we'd average, 1,200, 1,500 people on a Saturday night. It would just be insane. And just the vibe that this place had in the scene. You had every house DJ from Chicago coming here to want to play. You had guys like, Juan Atkins from Detroit coming down, and Derek May would come down just to check out what we were doing. And I can remember many records that were played here first before they even came out on vinyl. We would play everything from new wave to New York music to the Chicago house music as it was just coming out and fresh. And this would be the place where a lot of it would be broken. So we would get tracks from DJs and just play right off cassette to the crowd if we thought it was hot enough to play. Just because the place had such a reputation, and it was literally the spot to be in 87, 88 Chicago, you wanted to be at AKA. This is the spot you wanted to come to.
It was the best. It was really one of the best nightclubs. Besides Limelight. And Flamingo. Club Flamingo too.
Flamingo,
but AKA, as far as house music concerned, AKA Flamingo was the place to be. Yeah.
fondest memory is going to have to be the first day I got the vinyl back of Bang the Box. It was a Friday night and I was ready to drop that thing. I remember I probably wanted to play it at 9 o'clock at night, but it was way too early. So I held out and I held out and I waited. The place was peaking. It was about 12:30 at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, all right, now the crowd's ready. I'm going to drop it on them. That's got to be my fondest memory of AKA, was the first time I played Bang the Box here for the crowd. No doubt. We are at the famous corner of Halstead Street and Hubbard, 440 North Halstead. That is the site of many, many nightclubs in Chicago history. Number one being Club Flamingo back in the 80s. Our offices for AKA Records were also located here in the club. And we opened up here right after we moved from our location on Broadway and we shut down AKA's. The next venture was here at Club Flamingo. Miguel DJ'd here with me. We were here for, I think, the first 2 years the club was open. And it was just one of the hot spots in town for us. We basically were able to move our whole crowd from AKA over here. I can remember there would be lines going down the block to get in the place. It was just amazing, the crowds we were getting there. We had 2 levels, so we had 2 DJs playing at all times. Ticket to the Wall release party was done here. Just about all of our records that we released in the end were here as far as release parties. Pleasure Dome, I think we had a party for here. Nexus 6 for sure. Persia, we did a modern mechanical music record. Yeah, we definitely would always utilize the club as much as possible. Probably, I believe the club opened in 88, and we were there 88. I worked there 88, 1989, and in 1990 I left. Back then we were playing a lot of the, we kind of were moving from, you know, obviously the Chicago house stuff was really booming at that time, but we were playing stuff like freestyle and still playing a lot of the Italian imports, you know, stuff that came out of New York. We'd always just get guests walking in, you know, Kenny Jason would show up and say, hey, let me throw it out for half an hour. Owners would love it because they had to pay for that back then. But yeah, a lot of good times here, a lot of good times.
Saturday night, I would come and spend, you know, it would be just incredibly packed. And I would just jump out on the dance floor myself,
Yes,
you know. That's, I leave the record playing and I jump out and dance, come back, spin.
Yeah, we had an open air DJ booth, if you remember. That was fun.
To me, just being so close to the dance floor, you know, being a DJ, I love dancing too. So, those were one of my fondest memories.
Memory of Club Flamingo. Wow, that's a tough one. That's a long time ago. Probably actually one of our release parties was just an excellent night, and you know, we met a lot of girls here. That was always fun, and just, you know, the overall scene, being able to play, you know, lots of different types of stuff, not just house, but, you know, imports, and I was really into a lot of the stuff that was coming out from Europe, you know, back then. So yeah, just kind of the freedom to be able to play whatever you want. The crowd would just, as long as it was good, they'd go nuts, you know. So that was probably my fondest memory here. Cool building, a lot of history for me, definitely.